What up, all my fight fans? We got Michael Chandler versus Dustin Poirier, UFC 281 in the books. And guys, that fight did not disappoint. It was definitely one hell of a fight. Maybe not as good as Michael Chandler versus Justin Gaethje, but still a great fight. We got ourselves, in that first round. Michael Chandler had Dustin hurt, a little bit in that first, and then the second half. But then in that third half, you got Dustin Poirier being able to come back after him and almost got him and almost stopped him and busted him open pretty good. It almost looks like he busted his nose or his lip, something on his face. He pretty much got it done. And you see Chandler just dripping blood nonstop, like he is just pouring blood everywhere. So that second round comes out. Michael Chandler does what he does best: wrestle, and he pretty much wrestled Dustin Poirier to the ground. Fortunately, there's a little controversy there where it looked like he kind of went up there and there with a fish hook, got his mouth open. Maybe we could see a different camera angle, but from the camera angle that everybody was seeing, it kind of looks like it, but we don't know for sure. But that's what Dustin Poirier was complaining about after the fact. After the fight was over. But still, nonetheless, Chandler had him on the ground, using some ground and pound, using some good wrestling defense, using some good top game, and he was able to get that second round. Then the third round comes in, boom, they're swinging again. Chandler tries to go for that takedown. Unfortunately, Dustin Poirier reverses it into a rear naked choke, taps Chandler out. Guys, it was still one hell of a fight. Really good fight. I can't stress this enough how much defense Chandler needs. It's like as soon as he gets hit, as soon as he gets rocked, he just has this ability, not even to throw punches. Like he's not even aiming. It doesn't look like the guy's aiming. It almost looks like he's closing his eyes and swinging until he hits something. He's not aiming. He's just going straight up, like throwing straight, throwing hooks, throwing wild punches, and hoping something lands. And then when it's in reverse and he is getting rocked around, he is like literally not bobbing and weaving. He's not moving his head. He's not ducking. He's not sliding. He's not doing anything. It literally looks like Michael Chandler has next to no defense. And that's so bad, especially in this division, especially with striker killers like a Gaethje, like a Dustin Poirier, like a Charles Oliveira, like a even a Conor McGregor. He has all these guys, all these top level strikers that he has to go against, that he really needs to work on his defense, because he really could have had that fight if he would have done a little bit more wrestling and a little bit more defense with his boxing, because his boxing, he got hands, no question about it. Michael Chandler can knock anybody out in that division without question, but he just has no defense, because when those punches don't land and the punches land on him, his go-to is not defense, it's not moving, it's not ducking, it's not dodging, it's not blocking, it's straight up throwing punches back at them and swinging hard, swinging fast, and hoping something lands. And that's why he gets rocked around so much. But nonetheless, it's a great win by Dustin Poirier. Dustin stayed composed. He was getting hit a lot in that first round. He was able to counter back and hurt Chandler, bust Chandler up and pretty good. He kept his composure in that second round because he was pretty much all on the offense, is pretty much just trying to survive. He was just on the ground the entire time. He was trying to get out of the ground. He was trying to get off the bottom. He was doing his best to fight off the submission attempts, the ground and pounds, even of course, like I just mentioned, that fish hook, potentially. And then the third round, he like I said, he kept his composure. He was getting hit a little bit. Chandler went for another good slam, good takedown. Dustin Poirier was able to reverse that into his guillotine, a rear naked. He was able to wrestle it. He was able to wrestle and reverse it into a rear naked choke. And, it was a very impressive win, because honestly, if you could have gave that first round to anybody right now, you probably would give it to Dustin Poirier just a little bit, because of the fact that he did hurt Chandler a little bit more than Chandler hurt him, because Chandler was rocking him. Chandler was doing some really good shots. But up until those last 10 seconds or so, I believe that fight would have been stopped. If Dustin Poirier would have been able to do that earlier in the round, that would have been for sure stoppage, 100%. Because again, like I said, Chandler does not have really good defense. Chandler just does not, when he gets hit like that, his go-to is just straight up 100%, hey, I'm going to swing until I hit something. He maybe will try to go for a takedown, but almost a little too late. So that's where my thing is when it comes to Chandler. Chandler's one of my favorite fighters. I love watching him, especially even Dustin Poirier. But if Chandler could use just a little bit more wrestling, if Chandler can have people afraid of his wrestling, like Habib was afraid of everyone's wrestling. Imagine having that. Imagine having that kind of skill level, and imagine having Chandler striking power. That's a dangerous, dangerous fighter for somebody who is scared because who ain't gonna fully commit to striking you because they're afraid to get taken down, and that's what Chandler's level wrestling is. Chandler can take people down. He has really high level wrestling. So. So if he can actually be able to grapple you and be able to take you down, majority of the people in the division, clearly, even Islam Makhachev, he'd be able to take him down. He may not be for long, but he could probably definitely take him down. If it was just a pure wrestling match, I do feel like he could. So nonetheless, if Chandler was able to do that and make people scared of his wrestling, but unfortunately not a lot of people are because he doesn't use it as much as he should. Chandler should definitely use his wrestling way, way more, way more. But unfortunately he doesn't, and this is where we're at now. Dustin Poirier was able to edge it out, stay composed, stay stay to his game plan and get that win. And Dustin Poirier's always been that fighter. He's never been a fight or flight. When he's in trouble, it's just like straight up plan B. And it's like, no, it's not that. He's always keep his composure, keep going, and then when something comes along, he's able to get it done. And that's what happened. That's what he was able to do. He kept everything composed, stuck to his plan, and he was able to get that victory with that rear naked. And it was a one hell of a fight, guys. So definitely let me know in the comments, guys, on what you think of that fight. Let me know in the comments on what do you think is going to be next for each other guy. So let me know what you guys feel. I'd definitely like to hear your thoughts. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.